My name is Phoenyx, and you're watching Disney Channel.
Opal's Canon.
You're
watching
I'm
Opal's
sorry.
Canon.
I'm sorry. My name is Phoenyx, and yeah, I'm part of the Canon. Right now in the Canon, I've been doing a lot of working on their marketing, the brand, and just assisting in event coordination. It's been really cool. You know, some of you guys saw that that I created some of the graphics for the Element Tee, so I've been being able to use my skill in graphics, graphic designing, to like work on a lot of the flyers that you guys might have already seen on our social media. So just, getting more social media savvy and really just bringing in that brand identity. So a lot of the work that I personally make is sculptural. I do 2D stuff, like I mentioned before. I've done some graphics. Before I started getting into sculpture, or like even putting my foot into any of the media space, I painted and drew a lot. I think the work I do for the Canon can easily translate in my own personal work. However, when you are creating something for a larger group of people, there's just certain things that you have to keep in mind and that they may want for their brand and for their aesthetic. So, it's always going to have a little piece of you in it, but I feel like where I'm at right now when it comes to my artistry, I am just learning. I'm just taking information in. I think sometimes it's hard to be able to practice your art on a day-to-day, so just understanding things that can maximize the work that you already have is very fundamental. Really, it's just about what I've been learning a lot is about repackaging. I also work as a coordinator at Glassroots, so a lot of times it's really just about taking shots, videos of the product or whatever art pieces that they have, and then just repackaging it to fit whatever the people that are looking on the website will relate to or will buy or engage with. So I've been thinking about it like that. I have a bunch of old projects that I've been on the back end just working on, finishing. And I still have a lot of pieces that from my past exhibition that I'm looking to submit. I recently saw that Kalela was having she was dropping live performance mixes of her 2023 album. And she had a whole tour when it came to that. She made a separate remix for that. She really extended the life of her work. And I think, like I was saying before, sometimes it's just you think, okay, I finished a piece, it's done. And sometimes, depending on what your intention is, that might be the case. But I think especially in a society where a lot of times that we are not being as resourceful as we need to be, I think it's very important to understand the true depth and quality of the work that you have, because it allows you to really expand what you can do with it, and even how multifaceted it could be. So if you have a piece of artwork, do more. Just do more with it. The work is never dead unless you decide it to be. I think I've just been thinking about that a lot more, especially when being the position where I'm at right now. I haven't had a lot of luxury to create as much as I would like to, or as frequently as I like to, because I have my own responsibilities that I have to upkeep. So I did have opportunities where I had a lot of time to be creating and making a lot of work. And not to say that time is ended. I'll have upcoming opportunities to do so again, but as of right now, it's just really what I'm learning, or, you know, working with the Canon, working with Glassroots, you know, working as as an individual artist. What I've just been learning is just like, you tend to have a lot of pieces that like still need more love, and like you can put your attention into that rather than just wishing you were able to create something. I do feel pressure, but it's hard to feel pressure when I am in so many different disciplines. So I feel like at this point it's just like just being able to make a cohesive body of work and understanding how to make a proper rollout will push me further than worrying about what someone else is doing and dropping when they're not necessarily doing all that I am doing. So I think just like being in the Canon in general, this allows me to just continuously have a community that is just pushing me or creating space for me and my art. I've been blessed to have a lot of friends that are in the arts, and it's really been great. So just being in a space that I know that cares about the work that I'm creating, and knowing that it's getting distributed in a way that is both thoughtful and just ethical to my standards. Mm-hmm. It's nice, you know. I think it's very easy to be exploited as an artist. I think it's very easy for you to lose your track, and like lose your voice when it comes to creating, especially because, you know, at the end of the day, people always want to have some type of tangible thing with your work, and sometimes it's not necessarily about that. It's about the pure expression and the practice of it. And I think like Opus Canon like does a really good job of having just like these pillars that really is not just about, okay, like make sure you're hitting this deadline or doing this or doing that, but rather than being like ensuring that you're in this flow state within yourself and the pieces that you're producing. I have a whole separate career from that, and it's in healthcare. I work as a behavioral technician, and I provide therapy to children and teens with autism. And, you know, I like, it's a job that is a lot of service and takes a lot of patience and takes a lot of care. So just having a space where I can just kind of pour that care and that patience and that service back into myself is really nice and also equally as important.